Hey yo, it's your boy, Battle Raps Coroner, and you tuned into the Autopsy report. And don't get put in that bag, you already know what it is, man.
All sloppy with bullets in your body. Fuck a news report. The only report is an autopsy.
Hey yo, Queens and Kings 2 postponed due to COVID. Apparently some people tested positive for COVID. So the URL and the caffeine people were doing the right thing, you know what I mean, by postponing the event to March 7th. You know what I mean? I know it's disappointing to a lot of people like me. I'm a fan, a lot of bloggers, a lot of fans, a lot of, everybody was anticipating, the females, you know what I mean? A lot of people was anticipating, you know what I mean, this card, you know what I mean? The first one did so well, so they was anticipating this one too. It is what it is, man. Safety first. I think the URL is doing the right thing by postponing, man. If somebody tested positive, they definitely should postpone. You know what I mean? And they already hit y'all with a date. You know what I mean? They told y'all what battles y'all could watch today, because they're not. They know everybody's disappointed that they're not getting the event today. You know what I mean? So they told y'all to go check out iBattle, you know what I mean? They got an event today. Verbal Warzone had an event today. Let's talk about this media freeze out, man. Everybody's talking about the media freeze out, the URL, evil empire, they're freezing us out. I don't feel that way. They're their own business, man. Like, if they want to control what they put out, you know what I mean, in-house, you know what I mean, it is what it is. And that's the case. Like, nobody really knows, like, all the angles or all the sides of these stories. But if they're freezing Uncle Ra out and Knowledge out, they still want to get their interviews, you know what I mean? And the URL can do that. Like, you know what I mean? They can do that if they want. They can create their own media. They're their own company. That's like somebody coming in you and telling you how to do your blog, or telling you how to run your company, you know what I mean, how to sell your merch, you know what I mean. They can do whatever they want. It's their company. If they want to create their own media lane with people like Anwar and Rita that's knowledgeable of battle rap, you know what I mean, they know their stuff, they're professional on camera. You can't get mad at that, man. It is what it is. Shout out to Anwar and Rita, man. Shout out to J Black too, man. Shout out to Uncle Ra and Knowledge. But media will live on. Who knows what Uncle Ra and Knowledge is doing? They might be venturing off into something else, like another, about to push the pen forward a little bit. You know what I mean? So salute to them, man. They're gonna get their interviews regardless. You know what I mean? Like they are doing, like they're doing now. Now they're saying that they're not letting Uncle Ra and Knowledge because of COVID. So let's take them on their word on that. Like, you know what I mean? If it's because of COVID, then yeah, it's because of COVID. They're not employees like they said. So if they're not taking a COVID test, why would you let them in, right? Now, I don't know if they was offered a COVID test and they denied, they didn't want to take it or whatever, like, or it wasn't offered. I don't know. But bottom line is, it is what it is. I am curious in seeing what happens after COVID. You know what I mean? After COVID, you got, is crowds going to come back? I don't know, because right now they probably like containing. They still getting money and they're containing the crowd, right? They ain't got to deal with the ruckus, the hundreds and hundreds of fans waiting to come outside. They ain't got to walk through a line of people and greet them. Like, you know what I mean? They're controlling the environment at Caffeine. So when COVID is over, are they gonna go back to crowds? I don't see it happening on URL, not right now, only because they got it too sweet right now without having crowds. Crowds is a headache. Crowd is dangerous, like, you know what I mean, like having crowds, like, if you don't know what people got on their minds and who they got against who, like, you know what I mean. So who knows, they might not go back to crowds after COVID. Let's see when COVID is over. Let's see what the URL does, if it goes back to crowds or not. Me personally, I love battle rap. I've never been to a URL event. I also see this as an opportunity. Well, but before I get into that, let's see what happens after COVID. I want to see if they're going to open it back up to the public or not, or if it's just going to be a caffeine thing. They got this select few they want, to cover the event and work for them, or if it's going to open back up to the public when you could just buy a ticket and show up. You know what I mean? Let's see. But if they don't go back to crowds, will it work? You know what I mean? Is it a mistake? I see it, me personally, I think if the URL doesn't go back to crowds after COVID, it's an opportunity. You know what I mean? It's an opportunity for RBE. It's an opportunity for King of the Dot. It's an opportunity for We Go Hard, any other smaller league. It's an opportunity for it because we want to go to battle rap events, right? RBE throws great events. King of the Dot throws great events. So they're going to open back up and start throwing events again at venues. Let's see what happens. Like, I see it as an opportunity for King of the Dot and for RBE to take advantage of URL not having crowds after COVID, if that happens. So let's see what happens, man. I understand everybody's getting got their opinions on this whole COVID situation, but whoever is sick and got sick out there, hope they get well soon. Hope their health is back to 100%. Everybody stay safe out there. That's the number one thing, man. Everybody, it's like the NFL. Do y'all really care about the athletes? Y'all just want to see them perform on Sundays, right? That's what I'm starting to get from the battle rap community from today. It's like, man, we don't care who got sick. Why it ain't happening? Like, you know what I mean? And I don't think that's the attitude that we need to have approaching this, you know what I mean? We should definitely be thinking about the artist, the company, you know what I mean? Everybody's lives are at stake when somebody has COVID and is around the other people. So they did the right thing. But let's see what happens after COVID. Everybody gets vaccinated. Things open back up. Let's see what happens, man. URL deserves the benefit of the doubt. I want to see them open back up to crowds. I'm probably one of the first ones to buy a ticket. Always being first. I wanted to tell y'all this. When always being first, you're going to make mistakes. When you're the first at something, and then it gives your competition or people that's in your peers the same, watch you make the mistakes and then be like, all right, I know what not to do. So being first is cool, but it also comes with being the first to make mistakes, and then the other person, your competition or whoever, can learn from your mistakes. So being first is cool. It has its pros and cons. Just wanted to throw that out there. All right, yo, I wanted to welcome my man back. Jay Kruger's back. Apparently, he popped up on Twitter yesterday. He's engaging with the fans in the battle rap culture again. He had a little situation. He felt like he needed to step away from the battle rap community for a little while. So that's what he did. Now he's back. He got his mind right. I hope everything's okay with him personally. Whatever he had going on is in the past. Let's get back, to these bodies. I'm a fan of Kruger, jersey for jersey. I support all that. I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's okay. Now that being said, his first couple hours back, him and Next get into it. The young boy from Cali. He had a couple good showings on the app lately. He's been doing his thing on the app. He had a battle against Cuban, I believe, just recently dropped. But he's been creating a buzz. Funeral Fame, he battled recently. He's definitely been making noise on the URL circuit. Calls out Kruger, it looks like already, like they want to, he wants some smoke with Kruger. Now I will say this, if this happens, this would be dope, Kruger's a little older than Next, so it's not like young boy versus young boy or nothing like that. Salute to the battle rap culture. I do this for y'all. I love y'all. Salute y'all. We out of here, man. Don't get put in that bag, nigga.